Hello and welcome to Red Flags, a post-horror movie discussion with friends. We're your hosts, Dave, Opie, and Al. And today we're talking about 1996's Scream.
Scream!
That was a little much.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
Well, I mean, it said Scream.
Anyway, where do you start with this one? It's Wes Craven. We kind of been building up to this with all our other movies.
Yeah, we were talking about we got Wes Craven. We got the fact that he started this idea with Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
From 94, 2 years earlier.
Yep.
And he even appeared in this movie.
He did,
As the
Dave.
janitor.
Hell yeah, you knew that.
Did you know that that was the original costume that he was wearing?
Costume for
Freddy Krueger.
No, I didn't.
And he calls him Freddy and everything.
Yeah.
Yep. Or Fred or whatever.
Yeah.
Janitor.
Fred.
Yeah. So.
I actually looked up a few things on this earlier.
Yeah.
Which is a little odd for me, but
I know,
I was just curious if there was anything that maybe didn't mesh well with the movie, or I was just kind of browsing to see if there was any weird questions, or
Yeah.
there wasn't actually a whole lot. A lot of info on it.
It's kind of a great movie.
Yeah.
This one is like super covered. There's not a whole lot that we could say that hasn't already been said.
Yeah, like this is the movie.
This is like the Burton of slasher movies.
You want to specify what you mean
it's
by
the
Burton?
Walmart. It's the Taylor Swift. It's the most popular, most out there slasher. Everybody knows this movie. Everybody
As well, they should. It's the movie that everybody should have seen. And if you haven't, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life.
It does stand up. You know, you could watch it today and it looks good. It sounds good. It's very 90s.
I think it does have the most rewatchableness to it.
It's got some cool twists and weird things, you know.
The only thing that sucks when you rewatch something like that, though, is you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's fine because this, I mean,
But it's still a good movie to see again.
Yeah, like this one is like just like what you're saying.
The acting is good. It's funny.
Yeah. And it's got like, okay.
Do we want to talk about the cast?
There's so much to say about the cast. So who's your favorite?
Matthew Lillard.
Well,
Actually, I'm a big fan of him.
Okay, what about Jamie Kennedy?
He's not bad.
I like him.
I
think
have no problems with him. I've seen Matthew Lillard, like in a lot of movies that I actually really enjoy.
Yeah, we were just discussing some of them last night. SLC Punk was one of them. He was in 13 Ghosts.
I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Scooby-Doo. He's Shaggy. He's like born to be Shaggy.
I think my favorite movie with Matthew Lillard is SLC Punk, though.
I think so, too. I think of him in that huge, tall, blue mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking to his dad about being a corporate shill.
Yeah.
Lord, it's been years.
Who else is in this movie?
Well, like I said, I mean, give me a second. I'll just start rattling off names. Don't stop me. I'm going to name a few just to get them out of the way. Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Skeet Ulrich, Drew Barrymore.
Really wanted to hit that button for a while.
Yeah, I've been itching to. I was trying to lead you into it. I'm like,
Right.
who else is in this movie? Hint, hint. Say the words.
Nice, yep. Drew Barrymore, Matthew Lillard, Rose McGowan, Jamie Kennedy.
Who was Rose McGowan?
Rose McGowan is Tate. She's very young in
Oh,
this movie.
damn. No, that's not Rose McGowan. Is it really?
Sure is.
Isn't she the garage door one?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the one. And like I said, like I was telling you last night, I want to talk about some of the people in this movie that you wouldn't think are in this movie. So Anna Paquin is in this movie.
Wait, where is she?
I don't know. Jenny McCarthy is in this movie.
What?
This is according to Google.
Who's telling you these fibberies?
Anthony Anderson. I
don't even know who
Could
that
be
is.
just somebody in the background too.
Maybe Anthony Anderson is this guy. Can you see him?
Oh,
he's one of
that's
those
the guy
bad
from like
guys.
Kangaroo Jack,
Yeah.
right? I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Kangaroo Jack. If you see this guy,
maybe.
show him the guy. Show him the guy.
This guy.
I know you've seen that guy.
He looks familiar, but I don't remember
Yeah.
Kangaroo Jack.
He's in a lot.
I'm pretty sure like the only reason I know about Kangaroo Jack is because you had it.
This might be a joke. I don't know if I can believe that all these people are in this movie.
I mean, they could be.
Kristen Bell,
No, there's no fucking way she's in this movie.
Rory Culkin.
Rory Culkin?
Yeah.
No. What are you looking at? Are you looking at like all of the Scream movies, or like these people that
This
are in
is
like
what it says
Scream
for cast
2024?
1996 in Google.
I don't know about
It's
that.
got like the regular cast, and then it gets crazy.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, dude, it's
Go to
questionable.
IMDb.
I mean, it could be something as stupid as one of them is a voice on a radio, or I mean, it can be.
I don't even think
Things like
Kristen
that.
Bell was even like acting in 96.
Probably wasn't even born.
Well, during that point when he's, I can't think of the guy's name, when he's talking about the rules for horror.
That's Jamie Kennedy, but yeah.
Yeah.
Randy?
So, I mean, there's something on the TV there. So, I mean, if
But
they're
that's
playing,
Halloween. They're watching Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if any of those people are in Halloween, maybe that's part of it.
No.
They have to give them credit for that too. Who knows?
none of these people do have characters under their name, so I don't fucking know. I don't know why they'd be on this list. That's weird.
I don't trust your list. I don't trust it one bit.
It's Google. Do you trust Google?
Not
It's
really.
Not really. I mean, I can make anything
Courtney
on Google.
Cox,
She's in the movie for sure.
Skeet.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah.
The voice was. Oh shoot! I'm reading. I'm
So the voice of the killer was
Yeah.
not one of the actors because they wanted it to be.
You know, when I was young, I used to think that was a legit box and that wasn't like a person's voice. You know,
Well, they do make voice changers, but for the movie, they did it.
Man,
Well, yeah, because if somebody recognizes the voice of the actor,
Yeah, so
I
they
see
wanted
how-
it to be all spooky wooky.
this movie had a budget of $14 million. Do you think it made its money back?
I should
for
hope.
sure.
It's still making its money
No
back.
shit. Like, I don't know if they get royalties for streaming. I don't know how that works, but I'm sure it's played every single year by millions of
Yeah,
people.
Whoever owns the rights to that.
Every time October rolls around, it is Scream season.
It gross worldwide. I assume this is like in the opening weekend or some shit, or the first couple of months. I don't know how they measure that, but 173 million.
So what was the
Well,
budget?
somebody made their money
14.
back.
14 and then 117?
170.
170.
173.
73.
You know, and that's obviously just in the first whatever measurement, because it's a damn franchise.
Well,
They're
yeah,
still
I mean, they
making
have
these
almost
movies.
$160 million profit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just,
that's-
yeah, whatever that technical gross is, because then there's DVD sales.
It was so
That
successful.
also kind of
they cranked
shows
out
you
their sequel.
why there's
in
so
1
many
year.
other Scream movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they restarted the whole thing even.
And it's still good. I actually haven't seen much of the other ones, and I really
haven't
want
either.
to.
I've seen the first 3, and that is all. And by the third one, I felt like he was lecturing me on this subject, and watching it is like getting beat over the head with this movie. You know, it was horrible. The first one's great, second one's okay, third one is like they're just beating a dead horse over your head.
Yeah, but then you gotta keep
With the
watching.
meta.
Like, it's kind of like the Freddy movies and the Jason movies. You just gotta keep muscle through it, and maybe it'll fucking have a second wind, you know?
I guess.
Because
Yeah.
they did that kind of reboot thing. And plus, Courtney Cox, actually, from what I understand, Courtney Cox and David Arquette, they started this movie franchise together in a relationship. And as their relationship and marriage fell apart, their characters in the movies, you can see it in them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I heard that they started dating on the movie set.
Yeah, probably.
which is just an extension of what you're talking about. Like they met on the set, and
Yeah, and so you can see the love in their eyes for each other, and that relationship budding, and then you like as the movies keep rolling along, you see that relationship fall apart.
yeah, that's sad. It definitely by the third one is a sad time.
Is he still wrestling?
David Arquette, I don't know.
I know he got pretty big into it for a while.
I did
Really?
watch a whole documentary. Yeah, because it's like
What was that stupid wrestling movie called?
Ready to Rumble.
That might have been what it was.
It was a comedy.
It has Diamond Dallas Page is in it. And
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
It was a pretty
man.
good movie. It was
It's
late
entertaining.
'90s,
Nice.
I know he got pretty into it.
but he
after that.
went legit into wrestling.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's still doing it anymore, but I remember watching a whole documentary about his whole journey through the struggle of trying to be a legitimate wrestler and be taken seriously as a wrestler instead of everyone being like, oh, you're from that wrestling movie, so you're just doing this for fun. You know what I mean? Kind of like when Steve-O started stand-up. Nobody wanted to take it seriously and didn't think that he was going to be serious about it, but he was.
Yeah. He's a funny guy. I like Steve.
Yeah.
It's hard to take some of them guys kind of seriously too, though. I could see why.
Well,
Just because of
I would argue they've gone
all
their
the Jackass
separate
movies
paths, and Steve-O took his path, and Bam took his path.
Poor Bam.
Ryan Dunn took his path.
I-
Taking their own little paths,
yeah.
and they've all come out in various states.
Yeah, they're all in different worlds. Like, why are we talking about Steve-O?
I don't know. Anyway, what else? What do we want to talk about? Did you guys know? What did you know that the original guy who wrote this movie wanted to title it Scary Movie?
Yes, I did see that.
And that one of the Weinsteins
Ugh.
decided it should be called Scream, named after like a Janet Jackson duo with somebody.
I did not know that.
I
But
did not know that either.
I thought that is fascinating, given obviously Scary Movie is a parody of this movie.
Which
Yeah.
is literally the only real good one. I mean, the second one's good too, but that first one was way better than all the other ones.
Yeah, it definitely set the stage for that whole I don't even know what you call that separate genre of making fun of movies.
Mockumentary type stuff.
Well, mockumentary is like a documentary that's making fun of documentaries. So that's why it's a mockumentary.
Yeah.
So like comedy style documentary, usually false.
Are you talking about like Scary Movie, how
No.
they parody all those other
Yeah,
movies
like
and-
Scary Movie did it, and then they did like
Oh, shoot.
adventure type ones, and then they did
Yeah.
like what like the Epic movie? Do you remember that one? Which
Yep.
was like
Oh God!
Yeah.
Not another teen movie. That's another
Yeah,
one.
that.
not
there you go.
another teen movie. Might have been before Scary Movie.
I
I don't
don't
know.
It might have
think
been.
so.
I remember watching that so long ago. It was one of my first DVDs I bought, actually. And I'm pretty sure it was Chris Evans in that movie.
Maybe, but yeah,
Because that's
I get what
that's
you mean.
isn't that this? Yeah, that stupid one where he's singing "Janie's Got a Gun."
I don't remember anything of that movie, to be
All
honest.
those terrible
Because
movies.
it's some play on like that "She's All That" or one of those doofy movies where they take a
The
girl
the
that's
nerdy girl.
nerdy,
Yeah.
and who cares if she's nerdy or not? She's already hot.
Yeah, and like they take off her glasses and let her ponytail down, and then she's like,
Yeah,
Oh, I like that. That was
and
good.
his sister is the one that is trying to help him.
I don't remember, Dave. Honestly, when was the
Really?
last time you saw the movie?
It's been a long time.
I think I saw it in
But his
'98.
sister,
You know,
his sister, her whole motivation to help her brother get that girl is so that she can screw the brother.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. I don't remember any of that. And the funny thing is that brings up the fact that I didn't remember if we had even seen this one before, and I know for a fact that I did not remember watching the last movie before, but we had, and we rated
You remember
them.
seeing it, you just don't remember us
Like
starting,
doing it.
you know,
Sitting
like
and
review
talking
or
about it.
talking about it.
Yeah.
In my brain, Leslie Vernon has been in a file reserved Watch with Dave and Al, and it never left that file. And so I don't remember watching it with you at all. And it blows my mind.
Yeah, and I rated it a 10. And I thought that I hadn't rated anything a 10.
There's some good ones in here that I want to re-watch with you. Truth or Dare, A Critical Madness. That movie is awesome.
I don't remember that at all.
Oh, we're going to love it. It's so fucking weird.
I know that we did it, but I don't remember it.
I don't remember it either. So we have to like almost re-watch some of these movies.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, which is amazing. It's almost like having a whole nother good time.
I was looking at the ratings that we did last night with you, and it was funny because I was here. Give me that thing. Give me that thing. I need to go through it, and I want to point out to Dave some of the ones that I thought were the funniest. All right, so what do we got here? Dave, what do you think that you rated?
Good question. Good question.
The Omen.
What year? Does it say what year it was?
76.
Oh, the original Omen.
So I don't think we did the remake.
I'm going to assume it's somewhere middle of the road.
Interesting.
Okay, The Omen, 1976.
Probably somewhere around maybe 5 or 6.
You gave it a 4.
Yeah, it was close.
Find something he rated.
I kind of
there.
remember.
There's a reason why I'm doing this.
I kind of remember the kid being annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little
I think that's
demon
probably
child,
what
so.
got me.
What do you think that you rated Tusk?
We watched Tusk?
Yes.
Yes.
Good Lord.
Dave gave it a blankety blank wiry whiskers.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's when we were doing
You gave that a 6.
I
Okay.
was going to say that was probably middle of the road, too.
You gave that a 6.
What's his lowest?
Hang on. I'm on a thing here. I got a plan. There's something wrong with the children. This is one of your lowest.
Something wrong with the children. Oh, that's that where they fall in the pit thing, and
Oh, they're like the bug kids.
I don't know.
Yes.
That's got to be somewhere around a 3 or 4.
You gave it 2 grasshoppers.
It sucked.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
You gave it
sucked.
2 grasshoppers. Now, what do you think that you rated Saltburn?
Oh, can I rate it a 0?
What do you think that you rated Saltburn?
It's got to be bad. That movie was terrible. Either that or Opie lied on that thing.
Wrong.
You gave it a 6.
Yep. We all gave
Well,
it.
I remember.
You rated it a
We
6.
all gave it good scores because we just agreed that it wasn't for us. It was
Yeah.
not.
Like
you
I
know.
said, it held my attention, but
It was
wasn't
a good looking movie. It was
Yeah.
just,
not.
it was weird.
I don't know.
It's funny how I'm looking at these pieces of paper and the newest ones got so sloppy. Your handwriting you just gave up.
Yeah. The older it is, the nicer the handwriting. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, Dave's lowest one was a 1. No, Dave, your lowest one was a 0.95. Where was that? You
God,
rated something a point. There it is. What do you think it is?
I don't remember.
Your lowest rated, the movie
Ooh.
you hated the fucking most.
Yeah. There's 2 movies. We should really
few.
move this movie into. It's not Howling 2. So in
No,
Howling
we
2
gave
is
that
your
like a
character.
2
Your
or
s-
something.
that is your
It should be
second
right
lowest
there.
at a 1.
Is it 1?
This one
Dave-
got lower.
You rated Howling 2 a 1. What did you rate below that?
I don't
At
remember.
0.95.
I probably blocked the movie out.
Is there a way we can give him a hint by doing some sort of impression?
I would like for you to do that. Do that and see if he gets
Oh,
it.
I just can't-
But don't make it too obvious.
Well, what
We've watched
what is
so
like
many
a-
goddamn movies.
he's got catchphrases.
There's
Oh,
I think you put yourself on the spot
How
too
about a
hard.
year?
I am. I'm blanking on.
How about a year? 2022?
Yeah,
So
it's,
it's a
a
newer
new
one.
movie, and it's
Yeah, it's
This
very.
must have been one that I picked.
It was
No,
brightly
it is
colored.
not one you picked.
It isn't.
Really?
I don't think he picked this.
I don't know who
A
picked.
2022?
I think I picked
Yeah.
it, maybe. Or
Very-
actually, it was technically in a series we were kind of doing
This. Really? Really?
God, I don't remember.
because of the director.
Okay.
I'm sure I blocked it out. If I rated it that bad, I guarantee I forced it out of my brain.
I'm just blanking on his songs. He's got catchphrases, and I could give you a little.
Act something out in front of Dave and see if he gets it.
I can't. I just can't. I'm blanking on.
I'm probably not going
what
to
he
get
would
it.
say.
All right, I'll tell you who the director is. Rob Zombie.
Oh.
What is it, Dave?
What the fuck is that stupid ass movie called? Monsters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which should be down
Like I
there
said, I
with the
blocked
Hound,
that
too.
goddamn shit show out of my brain.
Yeah, it was so forgettable and boring and lame.
Yeah,
and
it was.
terrible.
It was. I didn't even
Fucking
finish
bad.
it. I couldn't
That
handle it.
was
Yeah.
Opie's #1 worst movie. He rated that below The Howling 2.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It ended up going.
It
below.
was so. It was rough.
We
Al
might
gave
have
it
even
probably a
talked
9.
about that at the
I
time.
gave Monsters a I want to say a
loved it.
or 5 or something like that. Where the hell did it go? Yeah, I gave it a 5.
That movie sucked.
I gave it a 5 because I was like, it's not for me, and I know that the people that it was for probably appreciate it.
At least Saltburn, I made it through the movie.
Yeah. Saltburn was.
It was shocking.
Yeah. It's,
Is what it was. I
This-
think that's probably what gave it the better score. Is how ridiculously gross and shocking the whole thing was. That
And-
it kept your attention the whole time, going, ugh.
it's weird,
Yeah.
but it was better than the Munsters.
I don't
better than-
remember.
Jesus, I'd watch that. I'd sit there and watch that every damn day over the Munsters. that was.
You can't
just-
make it through that fucking movie.
I couldn't either. Not my thing.
I rated your stupid Truth or Dare movie an 8.
I know that's because it's a good movie. You're both.
But you gave it a 7.5. No, you gave it a 7.
Oh, it's a really weird movie. Sometimes in the '80s they made. fucking
Dave didn't
weird
like it.
movies.
I don't remember.
He
it.
might have thought it was
You-
too fucking weird.
You gave it a 5. And I
That
don't
doesn't
remember
mean
this.
I didn't like it. That just means it's a average movie. Kept
All
my
right.
attention
All right.
enough.
All
I
right,
made it
let's see
through
if
it,
let's see if
but it wasn't awesome.
do you, Dave, remember watching Old Dark House?
Old Dark House.
Yes. Because I don't.
That's because you guys don't give those movies the fucking credit.
You remember it?
Of course I do. That's
Oh
one of my
my
favorite
God.
favorite movies.
What
It's
happened
got
in
Boris
it?
Karloff.
Problem is-
Oh, it's beautiful. It's these people go to an old house and they're like, "Don't give Morgan any alcohol." No, 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 no. And then they make their way up to the old lady and she's like, "Oh, you think you're worried about Morgan? They didn't tell you about
What
Saul." And then there's a big twist and Saul comes out. Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
I love that movie.
Don't
I
worry.
don't remember that one.
It's from 1932.
Do you remember a movie
That could
called
be why.
Aftermath? Dave? Aftermath?
Aftermath.
I don't remember that one.
I don't remember that one either.
We didn't like it. That was a pretty low score for us.
Really?
Here's a better one. Alligator.
Oh, that one was pretty good.
Yeah, I knew he'd love that one. I
Yeah.
knew he'd remember that.
We all
That was
like
surprising.
That
That actually was not a bad. I mean, a pretty good B movie.
one. Fuck yeah, we loved that one.
Yeah, that one is surprising.
I think that was the one that really reinforced your vigor to find those
The ridiculousness.
the sneaky gems like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because that one that
And
was
it's-
a gem. That was
I've been still looking, but just we've gone through so many of the old gems that there's not many B movies left that are in the horror category that look really any good.
I mean,
There could be some.
There's some sneaky ones in there, I'm
You
sure.
have to expand your search, maybe. I don't know.
But anyway, we should talk about the movie Scream. I know that we covered it, and so in our minds, should we even like everybody's seen it? Everybody's seen it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Like
sure.
Like everybody in the world has seen Scream.
I mean, you'd have to watch the original. It's the best. It's got to be the best one of all of them. There's like 7 now. Even the new ones with Gomez in them.
Gomez?
What's her name? She was Wednesday.
Jenna
Ortega. That's it. I don't know why Gomez.
You were thinking Selena Gomez?
Yes, maybe that's what it was.
All right. But have you watched Only Murders in the Building?
No.
I think you'd like it.
Maybe.
You've seen it, right, Dave?
I have no idea.
That
Actually,
is
I
a
wonder if
Dave
Madison watched
show.
that.
I think it was a thing where you were like, I want to wait till more seasons come out. And I think they're going to be on their 4th or 5th season now.
Well, it's kind of like The Boys, the same thing. I'm waiting until the stupid thing's done because it drives me nuts watching one episode and then waiting weeks to be able to catch one more.
Yeah.
You know, I hate that.
Well,
If I want to watch 4 or 5 in one night, then I want to do it.
Why can't I think of the other guy? Because I know you're a fan of... Who's the guy who played Pink Panther?
Pink Panther.
Yeah. The jerk.
Ooh, Stephen Martin.
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. Yes. And Martin Short and Selena Gomez. And it's great.
Oh, yeah. I've been hearing things about that.
And it's about a podcast.
Yeah, I hear those things. I hear these things.
Yeah, I
So-
like Steve Martin.
Do you remember the first time you ever watched this movie?
First time I ever watched this movie.
Do you think it was
had to have been.
In 96?
Had to have. Probably a little after that.
This came out December 18th in 1996. Really close to Christmas.
Yeah, that's weird.
Isn't it? That's a weird time to put the movie out.
Yeah, but it's got Wes Craven's name on it, so obviously it did well.
Yeah.
Obviously the timing of that didn't fucking falter. It's
What else is there to talk about? Let's see. The Mask. The Mask is like just a random toy company's
yeah.
mask.
You said that the toy, like they had to get the rights for the toy company, and all they wanted was just kind of credit.
Yeah, they were doing some scouting for locations, and in the photo for scouting was like the mask hung up on the wall, and they were like, "Oh, that's," because they were working on different masks and really struggling with it, and then they found that mask, and when they found it, they had to, get the rights or whatever, and when they did, the guy was just like, "Just put our company in the credits and send $100." And that's all they needed to do. And they got that mask. And now it's the most famous fucking mask ever.
No,
What is?
Michael Myers.
You think Michael Myers
I don't know. I would
more
say
famous?
I would say Michael Myers.
Jason's hockey mask is right up there too.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's
I think we stumbled on some sort of a poll question or like a
Yeah.
Speaking of like,
somebody should figure that out.
speaking of like corrections, right?
Yep.
Being like, it was brought to my attention that I made a mistake last time.
What'd you do? What'd you say?
Well, I had said that Scream was the first one to like kill off a leading you're like, oh, it's Drew Barrymore is gonna be like the final girl, and they kill her off like right away. But in Psycho, you're following that character for about half
Janet
the movie,
Leigh, yeah.
and then murdered,
Yep,
and now there's a whole half of a movie left.
that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. It was just,
but it didn't happen practically open scene.
That's true. It wasn't the opening scene, but
I watched the thing on this, and I think Drew Barrymore makes it like 11 more minutes than Janet Leigh did in Psycho.
oh really?
So,
Like screen time wise?
yeah, so it's almost the same thing.
All right.
And like you said, they what do they advertise Drew Barrymore, in the poster.
They did. They were like, Drew Barrymore, and then they're like, oh, she's dead, like
Yep.
right away. And then you got Neve Campbell,
Yep. Neve Campbell and
and she does a great job.
Rose McGowan. And
Stop talking about Rose McGowan.
why?
She doesn't matter.
She's like the best friend.
Who cares? She dies at a garage door, which
So-
I was wanting Dave to be like, that's not even, it wouldn't even be fucking possible.
I did hear it was hard to pull it off because it's not easy. Like a garage door is not going to, obviously,
It's not gonna
it's
hold the
not
weight
gonna
of a
do
human.
that thing.
Yeah.
So they had to.
Actually, the garage door openers, I mean, it has the power to lift it. There's just a safety on them so that if there's any strain, they stop.
Yeah.
So if you can turn that off.
Oh yeah, depending on the size of the garage door opener.
Well, there's also the
You
weight.
you get some of the ones where they're running shop doors that are 30 feet long.
Yeah,
and
but in
20 some feet high.
1996.
I mean,
How
there are
strong were they?
springs. There's springs up there that aid it, so the garage there's not a lot of weight on them.
Yeah.
Figure 20, 30 pounds, and you'll be able to lift it
Yeah,
up.
add another 90 pounds. I'm guessing she weighed 90 pounds. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but even if you added 100 pounds to that, the garage door opener technically would be able to pick up. It's only turning, lifting 100 pounds. So I mean, it can do it. It's just they're built not to.
Not how I thought this was gonna go.
Yeah.
I thought Dave was gonna be like,
It's
not
like,
fucking
watch me
possible.
murder somebody
Nope.
with a garage door. I'll do it.
It could do it. I mean, I doubt it's going to actually crush her when it got up there.
No,
I
probably
don't
not.
think it'd have the power for that, but I think it could lift.
And that death would be a lot slower and
Yeah, she'd
Real
strangle there for a while. It wouldn't just be like.
Because like the garage door, like up at my parents' place up there, one of the springs broke and the opener, it pulled the door right up.
Yeah.
And that's probably a couple 100 pounds.
Do you know what else I thought was interesting about, like that scene made me think of it as like how clumsy of a fuck Ghostface is as a killer.
oh yeah, he's might be one of the slapstickiest clownish slashers of them all.
I think. Do you think that's part
Well,
of
if
the
you're
draw?
wearing a goofy
know.
flowing robe type deal and a ridiculous mask, I don't think you'd see very well.
That's true.
No, probably not.
It's true.
Maybe that's why they had to have two killers.
What a twist!
What a twist!
It was good. It was old
It's old what?
Matthew Lillard and Skeet.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that every time you say skeet.
Gotta get that going faster. Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox is in every one, I believe.
That's true. This one gets credit for being. I've never like tested this theory, but it's supposed to be the most consistent slasher franchise of them all.
That makes sense because I think that the killer stays a normal human every time instead of becoming a supernatural beast and then a super mechoid. Whatever happened to Jason and Jason X.
Yeah, I believe it's always somebody different, and they're always
Al,
like,
he got an upgrade.
Yeah, he did. He got it. He sure fucking did.
he sure did.
And I love how like the next movie after that, they just pretended that movie never happened.
Yeah, that kind of happens, and I like it. I'm always for
I liked
that.
it until he got his upgrade. Then it just fell apart for me. But
I
the
don't
rest of
think
it
I've
was
ever
funny.
actually seen that
I
one.
enjoyed it.
And Jason, that is my favorite franchise. I love Jason the most.
And you haven't seen that one.
Nope.
How can you say that you're a fan of the franchise, but then you stopped watching
It's
them?
kind of the most shameful one of them all.
Yeah, but you still
It's
have
still
to
funny.
watch it. I watched it
You
several
will laugh
times.
through it a little
I
bit.
do. I will like it because, like you said in the last one, the beanbag kills.
Yeah.
In the
When they're in the sleeping
bags.
bags.
Yeah,
We love premarital sex.
those are the best. Yeah, and she puts that lady's head in ice and crushes it.
Yeah.
It's got some good kills.
What do you think about Freddy vs. Jason? Did you like that one?
I love that movie. I
thought
know
that
it's
was good,
terrible.
too.
I know it's cheesy. I know it's terrible and bad, but sometimes I like that
But
stuff.
here's the thing: all those fucking killers, even Michael Myers, who was a human being, all of a sudden now he's getting like he's invincible and is stupid.
Yeah,
Where in this one, it's just different. Is it different people every? Yeah, it's
I
different
believe
people. There's
so.
copycats, and then there's,
yeah. People trying to carry the torch.
and then I think somebody's cousins, brothers, uncles, Skeet's best friend's neighbor. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
There's always somebody that's just trying to fuck over. What's her name?
Nev Campbell. Yeah.
What's her character's name?
Let's see.
I almost said Nancy, but that's the wrong franchise.
Sydney,
Sydney.
which people also credit her for being like the most badass final girl,
Why do you say that?
which is arguable
Why?
because she. Think about it. She's never like. If you think about Jamie Lee Curtis falling out a fucking window and taking naps while he's right there, and like bumbling and fumbling about.
Yeah, but in this
through a
fucking movie,
hospital.
she's like, oh, and then there's always some dumb broad who's trying to run up the stairs instead of running out the front door. And then as soon as he shows up, she runs up the stairs.
And what happens? She locks him out of the room and she gets safe. And then when she's finally getting chased, she runs all around the house, all outside and shit. And then when she finally gets caught, they were arguing, Skeet and Lillard, and they're having their little gay fun time, boyfriend shit.
Yeah.
She sneaks off with the voice thing.
Yeah.
And then she fucking stabs old fucking Skeet in the old
Yeah, but
chest
she also
with
fucked Skeet, so that was probably a poor decision on her part.
Well, she also had premarital sex and survived as a final girl. Boom. Best
Both of
all
them got
time.
poked.
Both
All
of them
three
got-
of them got poked. It was
I wish that would have been scripted. That was perfect.
all of them.
All of them got poked.
Yeah. So some people say she's the best of all the final girls. She's not my favorite, but
Who's your favorite? Jennifer Love Hewitt?
No, I really like now I'm blanking on her name. There's a blonde girl from Friday the 13th part 2, and then I really like the why can't I think of her name? She's the final girl in Black Christmas.
That's another one that I don't remember seeing, but apparently I did.
Oh, it's such a good one. I remember you guys not appreciating. You guys never appreciate my favorite movies like I want you to. But yeah, you never see the kill. Never. We don't have to get into that. We'll watch that one. Sometime.
But most of the ones that, like, you've picked some of the old ones. I mean, I'm not super into, like, old movies, but I've never rated them bad.
No, you never
It's
do.
always
but
middle of the road.
I always want 10s and shit because I love it.
Because you're like, this is my favorite movie, and we're like 2. You're
Yeah.
like,
He
"Fuck you
wants
guys."
10s, but he hasn't given one yet. Except,
Yeah, you never
Killer
gave a
Clown.
10.
I
No,
did.
he didn't rate that a 10.
well, he claims it's a 10.
He says it's his favorite movie, but he didn't give it a 10.
No, I believe I gave something else that was kind of random and odd a 10. It was not fucking Killer Clowns. But I did agree. Oh, it was Rosemary's Baby.
Oh,
I
yeah,
gave
that's right.
Baby a 10.
And I gave that a 5.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also I just don't appreciate you just don't appreciate the good classic.
I think that day I was like
Appreciate
super
classic
tired
films.
and I didn't really watch it or something, so I was like, I can't properly rate this.
You did that for another one that I wrote on the side and I was like, this motherfucker needs to watch it. The Color of Space.
No, I watched that movie.
It says
I remember that one was
watch
super trippy.
Color of Space.
I
I'm just
watched that
saying
one.
that because it's titled Color of Space.
I remember that one. No, that was the one where it was like,
It was black and white.
no, it was not.
That's two.
Am I thinking of the
Color
wrong
of
one?
Space?
You're thinking of the wrong
just
one.
kidding. Just
I
kidding.
was gonna
That's
say.
the one where that weird goo stuff or whatever wasn't it?
I
yeah,
think so.
Some
And
flower
Nicolas Cage,
thing or
maybe?
something came out of like an asteroid that hit the ground.
Yeah, and like the end of it was like, it was like super trippy, and you were like
Yeah.
going through different dimensions and shit.
Yeah, because they were all sitting there watching TV constantly.
Yeah, because like once they got sucked into it, they were
Yeah.
just like zombies, but like in a weird dimension where like he went into it, and then he saw everybody that was dead was just sitting in the house.
Huh.
And they had Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that one was weird. I might have to watch that again just because.
Are you impressed? I actually remembered that.
Yeah, I got to be honest because I don't remember that.
See, I
I do
remember that
remember
one.
it.
I don't remember 80% of the movies on this list, which is crazy.
That's fine. We'll
Part of the reason I started the website and the podcast was so that I could remember these fucking movies I watch, and it's not helping.
I don't remember half the ones
No.
we watched either.
It's
We,
fine.
we
It's
just
giving me
we
a-
watched too many.
A place to go back and see what I thought.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
But yeah, now it's good to we can revisit them and
Yep.
really get into some of them. I thought that's what we were gonna do with this one, but we're talking about everything else.
I think
It
what we
turns
should
out.
do for the next one before we get into the grossness is each of us pick, kind of like one of the ones that we watched that we've rated the highest, and then review and see if anyone else's stuff changes.
That's fair.
Yeah, because sometimes you see more shit on a second watch, and some of these movies, like I've seen Hereditary, don't remember a fucking thing about it. Something about
I
a head,
vaguely
a girl
remember
sticking
that
her head out
movie.
the window. I remember that.
I loved Hereditary. It was like a complete.
I remember some weird scene where there's a girl in an attic and she's like upside down or something. Maybe I don't know.
That one was full of terrifying shit. I would love to watch that movie again.
Would you have one in mind that you were thinking of, Dave?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Um,
There's a couple of
Interesting.
them that I actually really enjoyed. Some of my personal favorites.
What do you got? What do you got?
Oh, my brain just froze for a second.
Like some of my personal favorites.
Event Horizon.
That's
That's one of my
it.
absolute
Okay.
favorites.
I know
but,
we watched it, but it's
but-
not on this list.
Yeah, we did watch that.
But I
We
know
did.
we watched it.
but that one we don't have to rewatch. I've seen that one so many times that my rating won't change. But
Well,
we could
what would you
do-
have rated it, do you think?
One of my second favorites is Pandorum.
Is-
really enjoyed
we,
that
talk,
one,
we
too.
talked about that. That's
Yeah,
the one
we
with the
watched
arm
it.
and the...
I don't remember what that one was about.
Space
Pandorum.
sickness, basically.
Oh, okay.
The sickness is actually called Pandorum.
So yeah, so I don't know if we've ever mentioned it, but like Dave's favorite like
Oh, it is on
subgenre of
Space.
Dave, you gave Event Horizon an 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
not even a
And
10.
Pandorum a 9.
I haven't really hit a 10 movie yet,
So I would say
but
that
it is still one of my favorites. But there is aspects of it that are
You gave Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Alligator both a 9.
Mhm.
And Psycho a 9.5. Wow.
Yep, that was one of the highest ones. That was a good movie.
was that the original or the remake? Did we even do the remake?
I don't think we did the
The
remake.
Vince Vaughn remake.
No. God.
Mm-mm.
It is the I remember watching that and being like, this is
And Behind the Mask, you gave a 9.5.
Oh yeah,
That's
Leslie Verne. That was
Fantastic.
fantastic.
What do you think you rated Scream?
I'm guessing somewhere around 7, 8.
What would you give it now? Somewhere else. I don't know.
Somewhere around in there, yeah, 7, 8.
Okay. Should I write down our new scores?
sure, yeah. Put it in a different color or something.
What did I go last time?
Last time you went with an 8.
Yep, that's about the same. Still a really good movie.
I think I'm gonna go with a 9. I don't know what I did last time, but I'm gonna go with a 9 because this movie is just the pinnacle of like if you're gonna be like, I'm gonna get my teenager to start watching horror movies, this would be the first one, I think. I think it's
Yeah,
the start
really?
the best starting one.
This one has a bit of that. It's so popular and everybody loves it so much that it makes me not want to like it.
Oh,
as
so
much.
you're because it's so popular. But
Kind of.
it's good. It's just
it's
good
bratty. I get it though.
Does it make you feel woozy?
It does have like it's full of really good character chewing or camera chewing characters, and all the performances are really good. It has everything.
I'm trying to think of like in 1996, right?
Basically, you love to hate it
Courtney Cox.
because it's so popular.
How deep into Friends was Courtney Cox?
2 seasons.
You had that ready to go.
I've been watching reviews and stuff all
2
day
seasons into
for
Friends
days.
is when Courtney Cox was in this. Okay, so like I don't know how many seasons there ended up being, but so she's pretty fresh on the scene,
Too
especially
many.
for a
She was
full
the
feature film.
hottest little actress on the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not Nev Campbell.
Nope. What did you give this? What score did you give it?
I'm giving it a 9 this time. I don't know what I did last time. Probably a 7 or something. I might have been feeling pretty snooty.
Correct. Yeah. You were feeling very snooty that day.
Yeah, I was like, it's overrated, but it's not. It's fucking not.
It's not. I'm going to give it a 9 too. Because it is, it's like you say.
I mean, think about all the actors in this, and the performances are all great. And like, even though Jamie Kennedy, I don't even know if he was into the Jamie Kennedy experience and the prank show stuff or what he was doing in '96.
I
But
don't know either. And honestly, I really like,
everything that he says is so quotable.
yeah,
And he was me.
him and Lillard.
Like that would be me in the movie. I'd be like, oh, look at all these fucking horror movies. Nobody's doing shit right.
yeah.
Like everybody's a suspect.
Yes. I also really like Skeet. You know? I think he's really good in this movie.
He is really good in this movie. It was he. What
I'm
else?
gonna
Is
rip that button off. Of it.
Where? What else is he in?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell else he's been in because I think he's really good. I don't know.
But the problem is that you kind of get the feeling right off the bat that that's the guy. You don't expect it, Matthew Lillard.
Right. Well, I mean, if you look back and you watch, you'll see them glancing at each other, and they're both kind of.
And the boots is a thing I remember. You know when they're all sitting out by the fountain and they're talking about like, "Oh, are you the killer? Are you the killer?" Right? And you can see that they're both wearing the boots that the killer wears.
Yeah. Yeah, there's, if you look back.
It's one of those Easter egg things. They give you
What
hints.
if they're just all into the same fashion?
It was the 90s. It was the 90s.
Old Skeet was in a movie called The Magic of Ordinary Days. And he was in the
All right.
He was in The Craft.
Okay.
He was in As Good as It Gets.
I've probably seen that.
And
Wait,
some
is
other
it Good
shit.
as It Gets? Is that with Jack Nicholson?
It is.
Okay, I like that
And it
movie.
looks like he's in love with a tiny dog.
I don't
know
with
what
Helen
that-
Hunt.
Well, is Helen Hunt a tiny
No.
pug dog?
No. But that movie is really good.
Is it?
It is. I like it.
Oh, man. The Craft is really good.
Have you seen As Good as It Gets, Dave?
I probably don't remember it.
I like Jack Nicholson, so I watched it and I was like, yeah, this is good. And it's got, I'm not going to say anything about it, but it's worth watching. But that's not what this is about. This is about the scary movies. So if you're going to watch a Jack Nicholson movie, watch The Shining.
Hell yeah. Or anything with his
Or Chinatown.
scary ass face on
Have
it.
you seen Chinatown?
No.
No. Why do you say it like that?
I don't know. I was trying to think if I ever saw it.
Chinatown's got Jack Nicholson, and guess what? There's a murder.
I might have seen
Yes,
it.
and it's an old
Is it
one.
a murder mystery type?
Yeah, kind of.
Did it happen in Chinatown?
I might have seen it.
This is Chinatown. Yeah, it did. In L.A.
So,
in the 70s. It's an old movie.
I don't know what else to say, man. It's the Walmart of slasher movies.
Shut the fuck up with that.
It is.
Sam's
It's like the
Club.
most popular fucking movie. That's what it is.
Okay, so when you say Walmart of movies, that makes it sound like it's the generic version of movies, of horror movies. It's not the generic version.
I don't say generic. I mean,
Yeah, but you're saying it's the Walmart
the biggest name. You know,
for a reason.
that's true, but it's, I don't know.
You want to see some classic one-line, like, it's so quotable. Fuck. It's so quotable. Just swinging my arms around, hitting the microphone.
And you were giving Opie shit for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm like, Opie turns his head away.
I think
but
I'm doing
just
quite
smack
well
in the
today.
fucking thing. What?
I think I'm doing quite well.
You are doing great. You're doing great.
And I haven't noticed any mic cutouts.
Yeah.
I've heard it a couple times, but I think it's just the preamps in this fucking thing. And I just turned my head away from the microphone when I did that.
Yeah. So,
But sometimes I do like to move the microphone away for dramatic effect. Like when I'm going to start yelling.
I wonder what that sounds like. We'll have to see.
Have you not been listening to the podcast? Because I
I-
do it constantly.
Well, now I'll know visually what that looked like and when it was.
He kind of has to do that. 'Cause
Otherwise,
otherwise
I
it'll
forget.
cut out.
that's the idea. I think I always like the comedic effect of it because it makes it sound like I got up and stormed away
Yeah.
and like I'm screaming from across the room, but really I just fucking moved the microphone away.
Yeah.
There's like a video version of that where like there's like TikToks where they're like, how many of you guys thought that like, cause like they have like the green screen behind them
Yeah.
and then they'll like try to point something out. And so they'll like duck off screen, but really they're just turning the camera. They're not physically moving their body. They're just
Oh,
turning
really?
turning the phone away. So it looks like they ducked out of the screen. Cause otherwise they'd be sitting there like how funny would it be? Like you can see this, but it'd be like,
It would look ridiculous.
like who the fuck would actually do that when you can just twist your wrist slightly and move yourself out of the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do we do now? Are we out of meta stuff? What do we do next?
I mean, there are other meta movies, but I do think we should move on.
I'm ready to move on.
Yep.
I don't know what on 2.
Well, Dave was suggesting like to pick something that I rated super high, and we'll recover that, and something that you covered really high.
Yep. Take kind of a break and do, because you wanted to watch some of them over again. So let's pick out some of the ones that were real high, and we'll just pick out 3 of them.
What about the ones that are really
whose
low?
highest should we pick out?
I'd rather.
We can do this right now. Who's highest? Pick your
Dave's.
highest. Dave's highest. I believe. Well, we also have lesbian vampire killers.
That's a good one.
Okay. Your highest is a 9.5. So I'm going to name off your 9.5s. 1 is lesbian vampire killers.
I love that movie.
2,
I know you do.
you also really love House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh, that's a great
I
movie.
did like that
You
one.
gave it a 9.9.
Oh, that's close as fuck. All
Yeah.
right.
And I really like that one. You also like This Is the End.
Wait, we rated that highly?
Yeah. I don't remember that one.
That's with like
It's got
Seth Rogen
and yeah,
and all. It's like, as,
Jonah Hill.
yeah, like they're all gonna.
He gets
There's why can't I
he
think
gets
of
bum molested by a demon with a giant penis.
yeah, and Danny McBride fucking comes all over the place.
Gosh, I don't remember this.
He's like, don't look at my pornos. Oh, fucking, you jizz my magazine. Oh, fucking jizz all over the place. You don't remember that?
And they're all talking about
Just screamed
not
about,
being creepy and molesting Emma Watson.
yeah, and then she fucking smacks him and gets the fuck out of Dodge.
I do remember that. You also gave Leslie Vernon and Psycho a 9.5. So that's that page. Let's see if you gave any more 9.
Did you look on the back?
Yes.
Okay.
That was that entire page. You gave, wow. You gave I Spit on Your Grave.
That was good too.
9.5.
What did I rate that?
It was good. We all gave it 9s.
Oh man, I don't want.
And that's the
I don't want to watch that
2010
again.
version.
Yeah, that one's
which
kinda,
I think,
I don't want to see that again.
yeah,
I think it's just a retribution aspect of it that was
Yeah.
good.
I love those retribution.
Hmm. It sucks what happens to her, but the fact that she literally comes back and makes them pay was fantastic.
Yeah. Every single one of us gave Wrong Turn from 2021 a 9.5. We all give it that.
I think we were
That's a
just
good
in.
one, too.
I think we were just in a good mood that day.
I liked that movie.
Yeah, I did
I
too.
did too. I'm not
That
saying
was the
anything
one
bad
where
about
I
it.
think it
How
goes
about,
through the credits. You remember that?
What
and
did
she-
we give?
Like
Oh,
she murders the guys in the van or some shit during the.
yeah.
That was a good one.
What the hell was that movie that we watched? I want to Becky.
Although James,
Yeah,
Kevin James,
Kevin James is a Nazi. Yeah,
Is that on that list anywhere?
it is. I saw it yesterday.
those are all of your 9.5s. Oh wait, we've got one more. What is this? Oh, never mind. It's 0.95. It's
Oh.
what you gave the monsters. Okay, so that's that.
Yeah, we're not doing that one.
That's a lot of 9.5s. I don't know.
I mean, you guys are more than welcome to watch that movie again, and I'll just sit here and talk shit about it.
What direction do you want to
I'm
go?
gonna
there?
fucking strap you to a chair, Clockwork Orange style,
Good luck.
You
and
got-
fucking make you watch it.
I Spit on Your Grave, which is like revenge movies. We got Wrong Turn, which is I don't know what the fuck that one.
It's up to
Oh,
Dave.
goodness.
He gets to pick one of his 9.5s.
Yeah, you got Lesbian Vampires,
That might
Rosemary's
have to
Baby.
Be, that might have to be my pick. I'd love to see that again.
Should we watch Lesbian Vampire Killers next?
Do we have that on Fandango at home?
I don't know. I actually have the DVD, but I'll buy it again too, just to have it on there.
I feel like you already do have it.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
don't
it's-
know if it's on the Voodoo thing or not.
I don't
I
know.
refuse to call it Fan Homo.
It's
hate
called
that
Fandango at home.
It's stupid.
Sponsor us.
probably not.
It's a dumb name.
It's not as good as Voodoo,
No,
right?
no, not even close.
I don't know why they'd move on from that. That's not like
It's because Fandango's a bigger company.
I'm sure they
We'll
bought
just
them
call
all.
it Fandango, but not Fandango at home.
Well, the idea is okay. So Fandango. Okay, weird side.
It's
Weird side story. Hang on, it has to do with this. So I was watching a thing about the Aurora, Colorado movie theater shooting.
Yes.
And
Batman.
yes, it was the Batman one. And the guy that did it, like there was a lot of rumors that he had like dressed up in costume and stuff like that, but he didn't. But what he did was he went and he bought a movie ticket and he used Fandango and then used his electronic ticket to get into the movie theater. So that's why that applies to that. So it used to be a way to buy movie tickets online.
So that's why they call it at home.
And now it's at home because you're watching the movies at home.
Stupid.
I'm always going to call it voodoo.
Yep, I'll call it voodoo too. And we'll know what each other is talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was on there, but it might not be.
Because you used
Like
to voodoo and U-view.
U-view?
U-view.
Was it like the letter
It's
U
like
or
U,
Y-O-U?
V, U or some weird thing like that.
Oh.
Or U-V-U-E. I can't remember exactly, but that's the little tag thing that used to get in DVDs to get a digital copy as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Used to
yeah,
call
yeah,
it
yeah,
U-View,
yeah.
so then it would actually link with the Voodoo account for a while.
Oh, cool.
I did. Actually,
You
there's a
did that
bunch.
with a lot of them.
Yeah. Because I went through all my movies and found all of my digital copies, and then
We
I just
added them to my Voodoo account.
yeah.
Interesting. Cool. Nice, bro.
I mean, they're not the greatest movies, but like you can watch Lord of the Rings.
Lesbian vampire killers.
So
That's
what
the
are you
one.
guys going to pick?
I'll figure that out next time.
Yeah, I don't know yet either. I'm gonna have to
Ooh,
look.
shit!
my-
You're gonna be gone.
Yes, I don't know what we're gonna do. Whether you want to have somebody step in.
I'm gonna have Donnie do it,
I mean, if you can get him to come in, that would be great.
or I could upload one of these old school ones that we got
Yeah, absolutely.
from the old vault.
Yeah, see what the hell I had to say about critical madness.
I'll pick one that like I feel like we're not gonna cover again.
There you go.
Like
That's a
I'm
good
pretty sure I got Saltburn in here, but maybe I won't ever let anybody listen to that.
Yeah,
I won't
don't know.
subject anybody to that.
idea. Right.
You hear that? You know I'm talking to you.
Al's boss.
Yes.
Whoever turned Al onto that,
Whoever told me, the one person who told me to watch that.
it was like a perfect
Somebody
storm.
needs a slap in the face.
It was a perfect storm because you got suggested it,
Yeah.
and I had been at work all day, and all the horror people that I usually watch for horror movie reviews reviewed that movie, and I didn't watch the review because I hadn't
You just
seen
seen
it.
the reviews.
So I
around
didn't
there.
know what it was, and I knew that horror people were covering it.
You're like, oh, this is a new big thing.
Yeah, and so when we went into it, I thought it was a horror movie, and it's not.
It
I mean,
is.
horror.
It was a
It
horrible
is.
movie.
Horrible.
So
I
Horrifying.
mean, unless you like
I don't know. A lot of people
vampires
fucking loved
and dirt fuckers.
yeah, a lot of people like it. A lot of people think that weird guy.
it. Vampires and
Whatever.
dirt fuckers and cum drain suckers.
Oh,
You know-
God.
One thing I would like to watch
That-
again from this
Why would
list
you bring that back up?
oh, geez,
Oh,
is the Ghost and Mr. Chicken.
God damn.
What about the Ghost of Mr. Chicken?
I thought we should watch that sometime too.
Oh, we can.
I think
Yeah, I mean,
That's, what's his name?
Don Knotts.
Don Knotts.
yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know why I said it like that. Don Knotts.
We all gave that high scores, 9s.
I watched
8.5s.
that several times when I was young.
Yep.
Real young. My grandmother had that. We watched
What
it
is
a
the
lot.
one where he was a fish?
Or who
Oh.
was a fish?
Don Knotts.
Was a fish?
Yes. he
I
was a
remember
fish.
this one.
It was like
Was it?
animated. He was an animated fish. Like it was like live action and animated.
I have no idea. Was it
The
a horror
Incredible
movie?
Mr. Limpet
Yes, that's the one.
was 1964.
Yeah.
And he turns
I-
into a fish.
Probably have not seen that.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's what I remember from my grandma making me watch a Don Knotts movie. It's animated, right?
Yeah, I remember it. Yep, totally.
Yeah.
100%. Good old Don Knotts. A lot of kids don't know who the hell Don Knotts is.
Probably not.
Like, who is this old fuck they're talking? These old fucks are talking about.
Yeah, well, you're Opie, so, it is what it is.
That's right. I like movies from the 30s and shit. You guys didn't appreciate the Frankenstein and Mr. Invisible, and
You mean we didn't appreciate them?
you didn't give them 10s.
Fuck that. They're not that good.
They're amazing.
I bet you like fucking Wolfman, too.
I actually hate the Wolfman. I hate that son of a bitch.
Why? Why is that the one that you hate?
Bitch.
What about Godzilla?
Oh, I love Godzilla.
Boom.
I've got Shin's Godzilla, and I'd love to watch that one with you guys one time.
What one?
Have you watched
Shin's
the
Godzilla?
Okay.
It's awesome.
the new what is it? -1?
What the
No, but
fuck
I
is
want
that?
to. I heard it was
It's-
amazing.
Supposedly, I haven't seen it yet either. I have a
What-
lot
what-
of troubles with.
Is that some
anything has
Cloverfield shit
subtitles.
or what?
No,
It
it's
was-
a Godzilla movie.
was-
They remade a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, it's a Japan.
Why is it called
release.
-1?
I don't
Japan,
fucking
man.
know, bro. I didn't
No
watch
clue.
the movie, but we could go through a little Godzilla.
It's legit.
Does that count as
Japanese.
horror? Or are we just kind
Yes.
of like
It's a monster.
monsters?
Yeah, it's a monster movie. You know, it's horror.
Yeah, it's legit Japanese. It's subtitled.
Yeah.
hmm
Yep.
It's supposed to be really good. Haven't seen it.
Do you prefer subtitles or dubbed?
Dubbed.
I would rather dubbed just because I can't read exceptionally fast. So when they put a paragraph on the screen, it goes blink and then it's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And I if I'm going to be reading something, I'd rather just read a book.
I don't mind subtitles.
I don't mind subtitles once I'm into the movie, but it takes me a while to get into reading and following the movie. Like
Yeah.
I'm not the best reader either, so I gotta like warm up, and like a quarter through the movie, then I'll be able to like.
There's a few of them that I've
Read
watched. Like
well enough
what
to-
is it? Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh yeah,
Those
Oh.
series.
I've never seen that.
yep, yeah,
Yep. There's 3 of them, I believe.
yeah.
Dragon
Maddie and I watched
Tattoo
those way
and
back in the day.
I can't remember what they're all called, but
Yeah,
I've seen
the original like. I don't remember what country those are from.
I don't remember either, but I know it's not in English.
Yeah,
I own one of them. I just don't know where it's at.
it's a good one. They redid that one too in the U.S.
Did they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
I
been a
knew.
while
I thought
since
the
that.
remake was the only one.
Well, a lot of it was
No.
about abuse.
yeah. It's
Oh,
about
then I
sexual
probably
Pretty-
don't want to
abuse.
watch
It's
it.
pretty dark.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But it's kind of a revenge. I think I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I just
Yeah.
know I've seen it.
Yeah. So, lesbian vampire killers.
That's the next one. All right, cool. So why don't you tell everybody how to spell our podcast?
Our podcast is Red Flags with no A's. Was that how you say it?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's no A in
Red
flags.
Flags.
Red Flags podcast.
Red Flags podcast.
Red Flags pod.
No A's and no spaces.
No spaces.
No A's and no spaces.
And you can find it everywhere, like Facebook, Instagram, X or Twitter or whatever you call that shit these days.
Just like my report card in high school. No A's.
noise.
No A's and no spaces.
No spaces.
There's no spaces in Red Flags podcast. Because when I was looking on YouTube,
Yeah, I know that, but
Yeah.
what does that have to do with the report card?
No A's.
no.
Yeah, I got that. He said no A's and no spaces. Bitches be tripping.
You do be tripping.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Because he got all his grades in one line.
Yeah, bitch. Because I was a sped, and they just write it on a piece of paper without any spaces.
They allowed him
And
to
there's
write
no
his own
A's in there
report
Did you get
card.
any stars?
I got little pumpkin stickers.
How many S's did you get?
All of them. I used to think that
I
the
got a lot of
principal was a
U's.
snake, and he
Yeah.
just write across my
Satisfactory.
Anyway. All right. I don't know what else to say. What else do we got to say? About
I'll tell you what we're going to say.
96.
We're just going to say this.